Hi, welcome to BigShots. Today I'm going to show you a little bit about some optics that we have for rifles here. I'm going to show you three different types. I'm going to show you basically the one that is a standard 1-inch tube 3x9 by 40 Hawk optic, very fine scope. Another one is what we call an aim point and or red dot scope made by TrueGlow. TrueGlow is very good at their manufacturing techniques of how they make these stuff. Warranties are fantastic, same with the Hawks. TrueGlow also makes long tubed rifle scopes. Here we're going to be showing you a 4x16 rifle scope and how it is attached to a rifle. Right off the bat, I think I'm going to start here with the rings. The rings are, these are weavers, or what is attached to the rifle, and this is then what attaches the scope to the rifle. These are usually attached on the top of the rifle, right aft and right forward of the bolt on the receiver. That is, if it is a bolt action rifle. For semi-automatic, it'd be on top of the receiver, same position, little difference in how they're mounted. That's about it. These are two different heights. As you can see, we have what's called a medium 1-inch, and 1-inch means the diameter of the tube of the scope, which is this portion right here. The other one is a 30mm tube, the diameter of the hole. 30mm is the same thing, just means it's a larger tube and therefore more capable of transmitting more light. Right now, I'm going to pull this little Hawk 3x9. We have scope covers on it to protect the lenses that go from here. As you can see on this one here, has a zoom function. That's what the 3x9 means, from 3 power all the way up to 9 power. That is function of this little knob here. You rotate it and it will change the magnification of the scope. Back on the back of it is what we call the focus ring. It's like focusing a camera or focusing anything that you need to do. This one happens to be what we call a rapid focus. Therefore, when you turn this here, it moves this either in or out to focus it. Back to when we're talking about a 3x9 by 40 rifle scope. The 3x9, as I explained earlier, is basically a 3 power to a 9 power zoom. The 40 is what we call the bell, or the front of the scope, which is the diameter of it, which would be 40mm. One of the best ways to tell a rifle scope, if it's a very good one, is to actually look at the distance between here, back here, and how large the diameter of the front objective is. The larger the objective, the more light will be entered into the rifle scope, which is then transmitted back through to the rear lens to give you a clearer and brighter picture. Now this one here has 3 adjustments. The one on the top will adjust for up and down on the scope to make sure that you can get your impact point in the proper elevation. The one on the right side of the scope will give you the horizontal situation, which is left and right. Most of these are in increments of 1/4 inch per click. When you turn it, it will click one time. That means it will move the impact point of the projectile 1/4 of an inch at 100 yards. The other side over here on this one happens to be where a battery compartment goes. That means that the reticle, which I will explain, the reticle is actually what is you're looking at on the inside. It can be a crosshair, can be a point, straight up and down. It can also be what we call a mill dot, which is a cross that has dots going across it horizontally and vertically, which are all used in windage and elevation for long-range target shooting. Most scopes come in what we call a duplex reticle. Duplex means the outer part of the cross is heavy, the inner part, the inside part of it, is very thin to give you a nice crisp aim point to shoot at. When I talk about an illuminated reticle, that means that the reticle, which is the actual aiming part, the crosshairs and or the pin, will be illuminated to give you a faster acquisition and a part of looking at whatever you're going to be shooting at. All right, I will then go on over here to the next rifle scope. This is a True Glow. This is also a 4x16 magnification, same adjustments right here. Focus on the back. Up here we have what's called a long-range optical adjustment. You can preset it to a yardage that you think you're going to be shooting and then fine-tune the focus here. Same adjustments, vertical up and down on the top, left and right on the side. Our last one is made by True Glow. This is what we call a red dot or aim point. This is very, very similar to this, only instead of having a crosshair or a pin, it will have an actual illuminated reticle, for a better terminology, in the center of it. What you do is you adjust that illuminated reticle to be just a point where you point and shoot. These are made for fast acquisition and are very, very good. On top of this one here is the controls, which will turn it on and off the reticle, and will also give you the brightness of the reticle to either make it brighter or make it a little dimmer as required. Has two adjustments, left and right, which is your horizontal, up and down, vertical on the end. These are usually a smaller scope, which means they have less light coming in and being back here. These are more for bright daytime use, work really, really well. Has a battery compartment, quick access to attach to a Picatinny rail on your rifle. Very good, long life on the battery. Very, very nice little red dot. Well, I think that gives you a good introduction to some of the basics on rifle scopes. If you have any questions, please contact BigShots. We'll be more than happy to do whatever we can to make your rifle very, very accurate, shooting to the best of your ability. Thank you.